For today's art activity, I'm going to start with 3 pieces of paper. On my large piece of paper, I'm going to draw a horizontal line across my paper in the middle of my paper so that way it's divided evenly. On the bottom half of my paper, I'm going to create a pattern for the table. You think of the pattern that you want to decorate your table with. Maybe your table is covered with a tablecloth that has a fun pattern on it. Remember, we are using lines and shapes to make patterns. A pattern is when something repeats. Once you have filled the bottom half of your paper, in the top section, I'm going to make another pattern. I'm going to make a snowflake pattern. To draw a snowflake, first it's a vertical line and then an X. So you have 6 points. Then I added little dots at the end of each line to make it look more like a snowflake. I am also making a pattern with my colors. Patterns can be found in lines and shapes and colors. So I'm making my pattern with colors as well. Alternating colors to make it an A, B type pattern. Once you are done, set that piece of paper to the side and get your medium-sized piece of paper. On here, I am going to decorate my hot cocoa cup. Whatever kind of design you want to create. Think about, though, making some kind of design that includes a pattern. So my hot cocoa cup is going to have wintertime trees on it. So I'm going to use a zigzag to make my trees. And I'm making 3 trees, so it looks like they are making a pattern of trees on my hot cocoa cup. I am going to continue adding more details to my trees. The more details we put into our artwork, the more information we are communicating about the story that we are telling with our art. I am now adding a pattern of polka dots to my trees. I'm going to do these polka dots in a couple of different colors. Now, you do not have to do the same design as me. Maybe on yours, you want to create a different kind of design, and that is okay. I am going to continue adding those polka dots to my paper to create my pattern for my tree. That's looking good. Let's do some orange polka dots as well. Again, you create your pattern the way you want to for your artwork. I am now going to add a couple more details into my picture. I'm going to add some swirling lines in the sky to make it look like a cold, windy winter day. So some swirling lines to make it look like the wind is blowing. Now across the bottom, I'm going to put a wavy line for the ground so you can see where the ground is and the sky is. Let's add some patterns to the border of our picture, and that one is finished. Now this last little piece, all we're going to do is draw 2 large curves. This is going to be the handle for the mug. Now you might want to decorate that handle with a pattern. Think about adding a pattern to your handle as well. Once you are done drawing, we are going to move on to painting today our 3 pieces of paper. I'm going to start by painting the small piece of paper for the handle of the hot cocoa cup. I'm going to choose one color and paint the handle. I do not need to paint the rest of the paper, just the handle. Now I'm going to paint the paper for the hot cocoa cup design. I'm going to use different colors to paint different parts of my paper. Don't just paint the whole thing one color. Try to use a variety of colors, painting carefully and neatly. Make sure you get all the spots that you want to paint and then set that one to the side. Finally, we are going to paint the background. When you are painting the background, again, think about painting a pattern in your art. We can make a pattern with colors. So when you are painting, try to create a pattern in your artwork. Take your time painting carefully and neatly, making sure to fill in all the spaces on your background paper. Once you are finished with all 3 pieces of paper, you will carry all 3 of them together on your messy mat and place them in the back of the art room to dry. Make sure you clean up the rest of your materials and you are all finished with today's activity.